By the time he was 8 years old, he had lost 5 siblings. At 9, he was left for dead, only to awaken from a coma paralyzed. But he recovered from a seemingly hopeless state of body and mind. Bradley Quick is here to share with you his path from Skid Row junkie to successful talk show host, author, mentor, and motivational speaker. If you're looking for a better tomorrow, if you want a positive evolution, or if you're in need of a quick fix, you're in the right place. Now kick back and get ready for the top experts in the field of body, mind, and soul. Here on the Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Quick Fix here on Cool Change Radio, your home for positive answers and the place for you to find that life and health solution you've been looking for. We're right here right now to inform you to the latest life enhancement techniques in many different areas, including health, fitness, nutrition, psychology, finance, weight loss, and a whole variety of other wonderful and life-empowering topics. Today's show is brought to you by the Cool Change Foundation. If you're fond of our show, if we brought you some breakthrough solutions, or you just want to help us stay on the air, come on, donate today. Think about it. Make life better for you. Make life better for the kids. Make life better for the kids. Make life better for the family. Everybody wins. It's a win-win deal, including the Cool Change Foundation. It's all tax deductible. No donations ever too small. You can donate right now at www.thecoolchangefoundation.org. That's thecoolchangefoundation.org. And remember, it's time for a cool change with the Cool Change Foundation. Hey, welcome, everyone. My name is Bradley Quick. I'm here to discuss solutions with you. We're here to talk with you about having a better life experience and becoming the best you that you can be. Our guest today is Don Miguel Ruiz, author of The 4 Agreements, published in 1997. It was a New York Times bestseller for more than 7 years, and it was number 36 best-selling book of that decade. Hey, Miguel, you ready for a great show?
Well, Bradley, it's a great honor to be always with you, a great friend of mine.
That's why you're a great friend of mine. You sit tight, we'll be right with you, okay? You are so wonderful, Miguel. Listen, I want to thank you all for joining us on CoolChangeRadio.com, BradleyQuick.com, and on Facebook.com. As you know, you can catch our live and recorded video shows and interviews on those sites and many other websites. And as always, you can listen to our archived audio interviews, hundreds of them, including tons of Miguel Ruiz, your favorite topics, favorite experts, and favorite personalities at BradleyQuick.com. Now, if you're not hanging out on CoolChangeRadio.com, BradleyQuick.com is the place to be. Later, former Mr. Universe Paul Medrano will be with us here talking about fitness and healthy living in our Getting Fit with Mr. Universe segment. It's all going to happen shortly, so stay put. Now, make a note. This is really important. If you'd like to chime in with a question today for me and my guest, you can go to my Facebook page, which is Bradley Quick at Facebook, right? And you can send me a message, a personal message, an instant message. It will pop right up here on the screen, and I can ask Miguel the question. I'll answer the question for you or something, but it's all go to Facebook and do it that way. That's the easiest way we can do it. Message me from Facebook, okay? All right. His books include The Mastery of Love, The Voice of Knowledge, Prayers, Beyond Fear, and The Fifth Agreement, a collaboration with his son, Don Jose. All of his books are international bestsellers. Joining us now on the Quick Fix here on the Cool Change Radio and TV Network is my hero, Don Miguel Ruiz. Don, welcome back, Miguel.
It's a big pleasure once again.
It's so fantastic to have you here. It's been so long.
Well, it took me like 15 months to come back with you once again, I guess.
Yeah, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, you had a heart attack, right?
Yes, this month will be the anniversary of my heart attack.
Wow.
It was February 28, 2002.
February 28, 2002, but then about a year and a half ago, you had a heart transplant.
A year and a half in October 9, 2010.
Wow.
8 years and a half after my heart attack.
And the whole time that after you had the heart attack, your strength kept just diminishing, right?
Well, when I was 9 weeks in coma.
9 weeks in a coma, wow.
When I woke up from the coma, the doctors tell me that my fraction injection was only the 15%.
Your what injection now?
Well, it is the 16% of the heart capacity.
Oh, you were only using 16% of your heart capacity.
Yes, it was not blood enough for all the muscles, for the inners.
Uh-huh.
Then after that, the doctors told me that I should stay at home in a sofa, just watching TV or reading
forget
books.
about it, just, yeah.
Yes, and that there was no way that I ever can live my life the way I used to.
I met you when you were running on 16% heart capacity.
Yes, my body was extremely weak.
Yeah, but I watched it. I would have never known that. I mean, I watched it dissipate from that point, but I would have never known it when I first met you that was the case. You were still functioning though.
Oh, definitely. When I come back home and I take my children together, I let them know that there was no way that I will stop living my life and enjoy every single moment. And yes, I used to be in pain all the time since I woke up until I go to bed. My body was in pain because
was that just your whole body, or was it just lack of circulation, or
yes, because the circulation exactly. Then I can say that the heart capacity slowed me but never stopped me.
Right.
Because I still keep doing.
You had the will. You had the
Yes.
will not only to carry on, but to continue carrying your message.
And to enjoy it every
Yes.
moment of my life.
Right.
Because have physical pain not necessarily means to be unhappy.
Yeah, when you have physical pain, it doesn't necessarily mean to be unhappy.
Exactly. Then I was happy just by being alive was enough for me to be happy. And yes, I see that many people that they feel physical pain
And they think that's the end.
well, they change with themselves and they change with everybody around them.
They change with themselves and they change
Yes,
with everybody around
the
them.
way that they interact with everybody else change
Right.
completely.
And their perception
Yes, they
changes.
become
yeah.
extremely selfish and blaming
Needy and
blaming and full of anger, etc., etc. And really, nobody understands them because they don't know.
What did you find? What did you find? What was your key to not fall into that syndrome?
Oh well, it's extremely easy. I've been the way I am for many, many years before my heart attack.
Which is a Toltec teacher.
Yes.
Living the Toltec wisdom. Yeah.
Then nothing was personal. It's nobody's fault, not even my own. There was nothing to judge, no one to blame. And my passion is to share what I am, just to
Right.
be authentic without even know what I am.
And that's you. What you were talking there is the 4 agreements, right?
Yes.
And you would live the 4. Be impeccable with your word.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best.
Yes, we can say that this is a synthesis of the whole Toltec wisdom. Toltec, as you know, means artist.
Right.
Then, yes, 2,500 years ago, there was what we know as the Toltecs, but this is in the past. What is important is the present date right now, because the Toltecs never disappear. What changed is the name, we can say. You know, the word Toltec means artist, and in my point of view, every single human is an artist, even if they don't have the awareness. But all of us,
But we all have a specialty just in our DNA. We all have something that we're good at or passionate about, right? And it's able to portray itself as art if we allow it.
Well, just by creating the story of ourselves, it's a masterpiece of art.
Right.
Everything that you believe about yourself, everything that you believe about, everything that you perceive, you use the word in order to create a copy of the creation that exists before you was born.
Say that one more time.
I say that you use the word
To create a copy.
to recreate a copy of the creation that exists long before you was
of the
born.
creation that existed long before we were born.
The creation is already there,
Right.
and will exist forever.
So what you're talking about is that we're in a new dimension here. We're in a dimension of life where we start out as infants. We're born into this life, and yet subconsciously and through our DNA, we're trying to maintain the legacy.
Well, it really begins in the moment of your conception. When you was split into parts.
Right.
You know, just imagine a sperm get together with an ovum.
Right.
In the moment of conception, when they get together, a miracle happens.
Right.
You know, they drop a little piece of light and light have all the information of everything that exists.
Wow.
And the sperm have 23 chromosomes.
Right.
The ovum another 23.
Right.
And they have different keys.
It's a genetic code.
Yeah. When they get together, it goes a little piece of light that have the information for everything that exists. But when they smash and becomes one, whatever can go into that we can call blueprint.
Right.
Then that will give you a program of what you really are, a real program.
It will give you a program what you really are.
Yes. Then you those two half of cells becomes one cell.
Right.
And they start multiplying to billions of cells.
Billions.
And they start change shapes.
And each one of those cells or atoms could be its own little universe, couldn't it?
Every cell is a whole universe.
I love it. I love
and
it.
all the cells together is another bigger universe. Every molecule is one universe.
Wow. So we're actually harboring many different universes within us, right?
It's billions.
Billions.
Then creation is made by billions of universe. That when you have the awareness.
Let's talk about more of this when we come back. 'Cause the music's going to start, and it's hard to talk when the music starts. You know, right? You're so cute. I love it, man. Stay put, everybody. Have you got a habit you want to change? What is it you want to do differently to better your life experience? Well, we just might have the answers for you. I'm here with Don Miguel Ruiz, author of The Voice of Knowledge, Mastery of Love, The Four Agreements, and The Fifth Agreement. He says, change your story by changing what you believe about yourself. It's true. This is The Quick Fix here on Cool Change Radio. We're broadcasting live from Freddie Siegel Studios. I'm Bradley Quick, and hey, we'll be right back.
Today, experience The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change. Written by Bradley Quick, author, producer, motivational speaker, and host of the award-winning radio talk show, The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick on CoolChangeRadio.com. Bradley's passion for life is evident in his book, written so you can experience health, find your purpose, and have more effective relationships. Beating insurmountable odds, overcoming death, and being paralyzed, Bradley fought his way back so he could help you conquer your struggles. Experience increased health, vitality, passion, and purpose in your life right now with The Quick Fix, and read about Bradley's courage, ambition, and determination to live. Whether the issue is your thoughts, your physical body, or you just want to feel better and be happy, The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change, will change your life. For only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Take positive action now and receive a free guided meditation CD with your order. That's a $20 value free with your order today. Go to BradleyQuick.com. That's BradleyQuick.com. Take control and begin feeling better now. Get the book and free CD now at BradleyQuick.com.
You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
Have you been to years of counseling and therapy only to realize that you're pretty much the same? If you're tired of reliving old patterns and convincing yourself that you're changing each time when you're really not, I've got someone that can definitely help. Meet my buddy Dr. Kevin Fleming of Gray Matters International. He's got some innovative coaching solutions just for you. He's a former neuropsychologist turned life coach for the purpose of helping you better your life through science and personal coaching. It's always better to have a coach. Just ask your favorite star athlete or executive. They'll tell you getting coached will take you to the next level and beyond. Dr. Kevin Fleming today. Call him at 877-606-6161. That's 877-606-6161 for a free consultation. He's on the phone for you at 877-606-6161 for your free consultation. My buddy Dr. Kevin Fleming. Welcome back. Listen to The Quick Fix here on Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place for positive change. I'm Bradley Quick. We're right here right now to help you gain the upper hand in becoming all that you want to be. This segment is brought to you by my buddy Michael Baker and the Breath Center. The Breath Center is offering my listeners a free 30-minute discovery session which guarantees fresh perspectives on trust, truth, and transition. This free 30-minute discovery session is conducted by healer, teacher, and life transformational man himself, Michael Brian Baker. Visit thebreathcenter.com. That's www.thebreathcenter.com to schedule your free session today and win a chance to join all expenses paid spiritual journey through the heartland of India. That's right, you heard it, the heartland of India. Space is limited. Contact the Breath Center now at www.thebreathcenter.com. That's thebreathcenter.com. All right, for those of you just joining us on coolchangeradio.com, facebook.com, or bradleyquick.com, welcome. You can listen to this show or get into hundreds of hours of other self-discovery content anytime you want by going to www.bradleyquick.com. There you can also sign up for our weekly radio show email reminder, where once a week you'll receive the most recent interviews in the comfort of your own home or office, and you can listen at your convenience. And make sure not to miss your favorite authors, experts, or personalities. You can also podcast any of our shows or just listen to us anytime from anywhere at www.bradleyquick.com. All right. Our guest today is Don Miguel Ruiz. You heard me right. Miguel Ruiz himself is right here. If you're interested in hosting an event with him, please fill out the form online at miguelruiz.com. They got an event request form there. If you have any questions or need any assistance, you can email events@miguelruiz.com. That's events@miguelruiz.com. And there's a bunch of other great stuff on there, including agendas, schedules, all that wonderful, wonderful stuff, access to all the books and everything. Miguel, welcome back. Good to have you.
It's wonderful to be with you once again.
Oh, this is so great. We've done this many, many, many times, I know, but it's always, every time we do it, it's fresh.
Everything is new. Everything is changing at every single moment.
It sure is, isn't
not
it?
us?
That's so great. So you were talking about the every cell every atom is a universe within us.
Yes, at a certain moment, you just have the awareness that there's only one being and is alive.
Only one being that is alive. Are you talking about a God concept?
All creation.
All creation, right. That's
is
all
only
creation.
one being is made by billions of universes. And that being is alive.
Right. That being, just like when we did the interview about the Earth being alive, right?
Yes.
And having the organs.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you're saying the universe is alive and has those organs as well.
Well, we can say that everything comes from one place, really, which I call total power.
Total power.
Yes, is the way I call it.
I like to call it the perfectness of what is.
It's another way to do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
But total power is just potential energy that is there. But as soon as you put it in action, that power starts shifting.
Power starts shifting.
Yes.
As soon as you put it into action, the power starts shifting.
Yes, because it's in movement now.
Yeah, that's like that when you get into positive action with the body, right?
Yes, we are getting there.
Right.
Okay. It starts shifting and creation begins.
Wow.
Then from power, it starts creating matter.
That's great.
Then it's power and action, and it's matter.
Power and action creates the matter.
Exactly.
Right.
Which is the same power, and matter is also the same power, but it's with a different point of view.
Okay, now that just brings me to my next point, okay? You started the Academy of Awareness. After you had your heart attack 10 years ago, you thought to yourself, you want to continue on with this message you're carrying and wanted to teach your children, because they had interest in doing this as well, and they come from the same bloodline, and they wanted to do this as well, right? So you set up the Academy of Awareness, and all of them get to work doing the same type of thing you're doing, right?
Well, really, the Academy of Awareness was born because my son, Miguel Ruiz Jr., who see me traveling a lot, doing
misspent youth, yeah.
Then he had the idea, okay, if I create the Academy of Awareness, then my father don't have to do all those journeys. Don't have to really push his body to the limit.
Right.
And this is the reason why he created the Master of Awareness. And of course, I do the best I can to support him.
Yeah, but it was Miguel Jr. that started the Academy of Awareness.
He's the one who started,
Wow.
and he's keep growing, and he's in charge. He's the brain of that Academy of Awareness, and I participate all the time he wants me to.
And all your kids are part of what you're doing, right?
Yes, but in a completely different way.
Yeah, well, that's my whole point. They aren't the energy source. They are the
we can say that we complement each other.
Exactly. You are the energy source, and they took from that, and now they created their own twist to it.
Well, until the point that they become the energy source also.
Right.
Such like Miguel Jr. and Don Jose.
Now, Don Jose is now down in Teotihuacan.
Right now he's in Teotihuacan. He's celebrating the the day of love, the February 14th.
Right.
And it's beautiful to see what he's doing. And now it's changing in another different way, because now Jose is including music with his teaching. Then I went to see him doing some recordings, and it's extremely powerful what he's doing.
Oh, he's powerful, and he's such a passionate speaker.
Exactly. It's, you feel the fire coming out of
Exactly.
him. And he did with his friends a music that reminds me like a mix between Jim Morrison and Depeche Mode.
Oh, wow.
And I
That's gotta be
really
cool,
love it.
huh?
And it's just about a little more practice. And I think it's another way to represent the new way of spirituality, because what he says that with music, all those teachings go deeper into the human mind, because you
Right.
can repeat it and repeat it.
Oh, yeah, music is so powerful, isn't it? It's just
Yes.
moving
Exactly.
stuff. That's I'm here with Don Miguel Ruiz, author of The Four Agreements, Mastery of Love, and it goes on and on and on. And if you'd like some more information about it, you can go to miguelruiz.com. Miguelruiz.com. They've got things in February going to Teotihuacan. Don Jose is going to Teotihuacan. He's down there now. And then he's got stuff in Mexico City coming up, stuff in Encinitas, yoga topics, and it's just amazing. All kinds of great stuff. Awakenings, an inspiration evening, inspiring evening with Don Miguel Ruiz in Austin, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Houston, Lakewood, Colorado, Encinitas, Colorado. It just goes on and on and on. And the whole schedule is at miguelruiz.com, miguelruiz.com. Now, tell me, Miguel, what inspired the Four Agreements?
Well,
Was that just a culmination of everything?
It was really the need to put in words an experience that I have many years before.
Yes, so this all emanated from an experience you had.
Oh, definitely.
Years
It's a
ago.
whole way of life. The Four Agreements is really the introduction of a new way of life that I call the way of life of the artist.
Now, but your parents didn't want you to go there. They wanted you to be the doctor, and you ended up being the doctor, right?
Yes, I became a medical doctor. I was a surgeon. And then I decided to change it, to shift it, and to go back with my mother to finish the training with her.
Your grandmother was a shaman, yeah?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather.
Yes,
Yeah.
and my mother was a great healer.
And so all that you've learned, all that you've taken up since you were little tiny Miguel, right? Mm-hmm. Then you become this big prominent surgeon, and now you said, wait a second here, something screwy. I don't want to do that. I want to go do something else, right?
Well, I wanted to go more into the human mind to really understand why humanity is the way it is.
Right. Because you always say you want to change the world. Help me change the world is what you say.
Yes, and like I say many times, I'm not referred to the planet Earth. I really focus in the world that every human create in their own head.
The world that they create in their own head. You're not focused on the world. You're focused on the world that people create in their own head by living the story.
Exactly. Like we say before, that we recreate what we perceive, and we create a story of ourselves, the way we perceive ourselves, the way we perceive life, the way we perceive everything around us, and we use the words in order to create the story in the one we live.
We use the words?
Yeah, the word.
Right.
Yeah. We learn a language.
Uh-huh.
When we was born, we didn't know any language.
Right.
Then the language already exists, and our parents, they hook our attention, and they download to our brain what they know. We went to school, and the teachers did exactly the same to us, and that way we learn the language, and we communicate with everyone around us. Then we use the language in order to create everything that we believe, and what we don't believe, of course. A whole story.
And a lot of it may just be out of self-preservation, or what we perceive to be self-preservation, but we create a big facade, right? A big world that we live in now, a story that we live in, we have a part in, and we keep on wanting to tell the story, right?
Oh, right away. We hardly can wait to know somebody to start telling our
the
own story.
Right.
And, we create the language not because we humans are extremely intelligent. No, we create the language because we are programmed since the moment of conception to create a language.
Wow, that's funny.
And
to create a story. Yeah.
And around the world, there's hundreds of different languages.
His name's Don Miguel Ruiz. He's the author of The Four Agreements and many other great books. And he says the human is the only animal on earth that pays 1,000 times for the same mistake, right?
Exactly.
1,000 times for the same
And not
mistake.
just that. We make others to pay 1,000 times for the same mistake.
Yeah, we keep beating them up, don't we? We'll be right back, okay? Listen, this segment will be brought to you by my buddy Michael Baker and the Breath Center. Take advantage of their free 30-minute discovery session conducted by healer, teacher, and life transformational coach Michael Brian Baker. Win a chance to join an all-expense-paid spiritual journey to India with him. That's great. Contact the Breath Center now for your 30-minute free session. TheBreathCenter.com. That's www.thebreathcenter.com. This is Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place to reshape your vision of what's possible. I'm Bradley Quick. Hey, we'll be right back.
There are self-help seminars costing thousands of dollars guaranteeing miraculous transformations. There are compelling speakers and life-changing weekend experiences where you can walk on fire. They all deliver revelations that guarantee you'll come back for the more expensive revelations filled with even greater wonder next month on Fiji. We get addicted to positive, heartfelt, expensive theater. What we really need is a jumpstart, an awakening, someone who can give us a reminder that everything we need lies within. Through inspiration and practical knowledge, Dorothy Donahue helps people get grounded and motivated, inspired and energized. It's not just words and affirmations and the power of intention. It's a mindset brought about by a tangible, transcendental experience, an audio-visual, physical, spiritual experience that helps us realize we transform ourselves. We get tools to become the conscious co-creators of lives of unlimited potential. Find out more. Go to DorothyDonahue.com. You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
I'm Melody Beattie, author of Codependent No More. 7 times more Americans have hepatitis C than AIDS. I'm one of them. If you're one of the millions of Americans with hepatitis C and your doctors are treating you with interferon, then you're clearly aware of how your life has been turned horribly upside down. Backed by huge pharmaceutical monies, the medical community swears there's only one dangerous, disabling way to battle this silent killer. It's not true. There are alternatives, and they work. Triumph Over Hepatitis C is a book written by best-selling author Lloyd Wright, who fully recovered from this frightening disease. Lloyd is helping others to take charge of their lives and fight for their body's freedom from this crippling illness. His program is working for me. Call the people at Hepatitis C Free now at 866-HEP-C-FREE. That's 866-HEP-C-FREE. Don't become another medical statistic. Find out the truth about hepatitis C and get your life back.
Get your copy of Triumph Over Hepatitis C at Barnes & Noble and at hepatitiscfree.com. Call 866-HEP-C-FREE.
Hey, welcome back. You're listening to Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement and a place to find your passion and purpose. I'm Bradley Quick. We're right here right now to provide you with alternative solutions to the issues in your life. Hey, if you're interested in talking with my guest or doing an event with my guest, go to MiguelRuiz.com and you can host an event with him. All you got to do is fill out online the event request form. That's got it at MiguelRuiz.com, and they'll have somebody get right back to you on that. And if you want to email any questions or need some assistance, email events@MiguelRuiz.com. Events@MiguelRuiz.com. That's MiguelRuiz.com, MiguelRuiz.com. Hey, man, this is a great man. This is all for you. You know it is. He's the most influential and famous work is The Four Agreements, which advocates personal freedom from agreements and beliefs we made with ourselves. Did you get that? Beliefs and agreements we made with ourselves and others that are creating limitations or unhappiness in our lives. Ultimately, it's about finding your own integrity, self-love, and peace within serenity. Wow, this is great. Peace within reality, isn't it? That's wonderful. Miguel, welcome back.
Once again, I just love to be here with you.
Well, we always have so much fun. It's just a blast. And the conversation's always so in-depth, too, isn't it? It's just fantastic. Now, we were talking about the Four Agreements, right? We were talking about getting involved with the powers that be in the universe, right? The perfectness of what is, or the power, right?
Well, and it's extremely simple. You know.
Tell me, how simple is it?
Well, it's just by being what you really are, to be authentic, to be yourself. Life is so simple, but we complicate
All right,
everything.
no, wait a second. Hold on, Miguel. I understand what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I hear it in my ears, okay? And I can intellectualize it, right? And I'm just, all of a sudden, I weigh it through my own perception, right? And I know that growing up, I was so artificial, the facade I led, right? The facade I had to put forward for everybody else to see because I was so insignificant, right? And my head was going so fast with that negative self-talk, I couldn't for a minute slow down to say, let's be who I really am, because I had no idea of who I really was, and who I thought I was certainly scary, right? Now, I wasn't going to let myself catch up with me. So how can someone like that adopt these principles, these simple principles?
Well, it's extremely easy, and the whole thing, of course, once again, is about awareness. You know, during the time that we were children, we grew up, we see everybody doing whatever they are, being whatever they are, and we create an image of all of them. Then we hear a lot of opinions,
Are all the
a
people
lot of
that have
judgments.
influenced
Yes,
our lives,
everybody
right?
around you, really.
Right.
And we hear the opinions with the judgments, and we have a reaction. In a certain way, we learn to have an identity. And at a certain point, we believe that we are that identity.
Right.
And we start acting in every moment of our life according what we believe we are, what we want to project to everybody else, the way we want to be perceived, making the assumption that they will perceive what we project, when the truth is that they distort whatever we project.
Through their own filters.
Oh, exactly.
Right.
Because whatever they believe is how they will distort you, the same way that you distort everybody else.
So that may not really be what I said, but it's what you heard, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that identity is just like a mask that we are projecting, but you are different depending with the group of people that you are. Like when you are at school, you are in a certain way. When you are at home, you are in a completely different way.
Right.
When you are with friends, you are in a completely different way.
Right.
And we can
Those
say
are the different masks that we wear, yes?
yeah, your identity is flexible and it becomes more and more rigid with the time. Then it's a big crisis when we are like at 12, 13, 14 years old, 15 years old, and it's a crisis of identity. Because you're still young and everybody's older and stronger. You know, like at the last day of the elementary school, you used to be the bigger and the stronger.
Uh-huh.
Then the first year, a few months later, in junior high, all of a sudden you're the
little
youngest
guy again,
one.
right? You're a little guy again, right?
Uh-huh. And at the same time, all the hormones come into your body.
Right.
Then it's a big crisis. You start feeling the attraction to the girls.
Right.
And the girls look for the bigger guys.
Yeah.
And you want to be different. You want to be big.
Right.
You want to grow up fast.
So that facade is built all over again, isn't
Yes,
it?
but at the same time, you're afraid.
Right.
You're insecure.
Right.
You don't trust yourself. You hear all
Right.
those opinions, the judgments, and when you go to school in high and junior high, they tell you, okay, you are not a child anymore. Now you have to be responsible. But you're still a child. But you're not a grown up either.
Right.
Then you go home and same thing. Now you're big enough. And you need to, they start telling you the way you should be and why.
Right.
Then in reality, we have two programs.
In reality, we have two programs.
Yeah. The real program is what we have in the moment of conception.
Right. That's our DNA programming, our genetic programming is right there.
What you really are.
That's truly who you are.
And you cannot change that.
And that's why children are always so authentic, right? It's so real and so spiritually adept already.
But then becomes the second program.
Second program.
That is completely unreal. It's a big lie. And it's what we learn.
Right.
Is all the knowledge that we have, all the experiences in life.
The fears.
Yeah.
Hesitations, anxieties, worries, concerns.
Yes, a whole different program, the way we should be, but we are
shame,
not.
guilt, all that stuff falls into it.
The whole things go there. And we get lost.
We get lost in that reality.
Yes, and we use that second program to create our identity.
We use that second program, not the first one, not the DNA genetics, but we use the second to create our identity.
Yes.
So we have to build the identity around the story that we perceived but through everybody else, right?
About what we believe we are.
I'm just laughing because this is starting to make a bunch of sense, yeah.
And about what everybody else think about you.
Right.
Because you want to please everybody else. But it's impossible. Everybody else perceive you in a completely different way.
Right.
And you perceive yourself in a completely different way.
Amazing.
Then you can see that, yes, you use the word, you use the language to create your story, but when it's not the way everybody expecting and it's the way you don't expecting,
okay, so
you start going down.
How do we get back to our own truth then? How do we get back to the original genetic model?
Once again, it's all about awareness, to be aware.
Right.
And that
becoming aware of something opens up a whole new perspective, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Just acknowledging something.
Exactly. And just these 4 agreements, that is very simple. It's just initiation.
Initiation.
To go back to what you really are.
Go back to your original DNA program.
Yes, and the 5th agreement is the conclusion.
The 5th agreement being?
It's a whole training.
Right? It is don't believe yourself?
Yeah, be skeptical, learn to listen.
Be skeptical, but learn to listen.
Yes, but you only can be really skeptical when you already apply these 4 agreements for a long time. You
have to become master of the 4 agreements first, right? That's amazing.
And the 4 agreements makes your life more and more simple because it's taking you to what you really are.
Right. The 4 agreements. So number 1 is be impeccable with your word. Number 2 is don't take anything personally. Number 3 is don't make assumptions. And 4 is always do your best. That's a clean slate, isn't it?
Yes, and
if you do that wholeheartedly with the conscious mind, right, without fibbing, without spoofing yourself, that's a pretty clean way of living, isn't it?
Yeah, and I can say that the agreement number 4 is my favorite one.
Always do your best.
Yes, because it's the action.
Right.
It's the practice.
Right.
Then in order to practice all the 5 agreements, you need discipline and you need a strong will. You need to do your best.
Yeah, discipline.
Always.
Discipline. The key word there is disciple, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You're a disciple doing your best.
Yes.
You're restricting doing your best. You're not into immediate gratification. You're into positive action.
And the will to make it happen.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And it's a whole transformation. You really unlearn all the second program.
You unlearn the second program by acknowledging with the conscious mind the actions that you've taken to go stray, right?
Yes, and when you unlearn the program, you start letting go all the superstitions, all the fanaticism, all the stories.
Right.
And we find that in all around the world, in the different societies and different way of believing. Even in Teotihuacan, there's a lot of superstition, a lot of fanaticism that my apprentices keep doing it.
Right.
When they learn in the last century, but this is a different century. It's not working the way it used to work. Then what they need to do, if they want to, of course, is to let go the past, to let go the superstition, to let go the fanaticism, and return to the truth, which is exactly what the end of the Mayan calendar represents.
You said they just ran out of paper, didn't you? Is that what you said? I heard you say something like that, right? Isn't that what you said? They ran out of paper or just didn't do another calendar or something like that? That's not a huge ending of life and all that stuff?
Of course not, but it's just like a deadline.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor.
Yes.
Stay here for the 4th quarter, will you? We're gonna have to
sure.
we'll kick Mr. Universe out. You and I will go get him at the break. Okay.
Okay.
I love
No
it.
problem.
I am so excited. His name's Don Miguel Ruiz. He's an amazing man. I mean, just listen to him. He's amazing. Stay put. You're in the right place. Hey, Cool Change Radio would like to welcome all her new talk show hosts. We got a bunch of them coming up, and now it's 2012. Stay in touch with Cool Change Radio and find out more about that. We're coming back with more Don Miguel Ruiz, author of The Four Agreements and many other things and books. My name is Bradley Quick. You're listening to Cool Change Radio, your home for self-improvement, here on your Solutions Radio Network. We'll be right back. Get quality goods for less from Bag City, serving all of Reno, Denver, Las Vegas, Bakersfield, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, and many more cities. Up to 70% below retail on everything. Coin purses, wallets, organizers, purses, briefcases, backpacks, travel and garment bags, and ladies' and men's leather jackets. All discounted, all up to 70% below retail. Bag City, the best for less? Bag City serving all of Reno, Denver, Las Vegas, Bakersfield, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, and many more cities. Contact Bag City at 818-990-1795. That's Bag City, quality goods for less money. Bag City, where 15% of all sales go to local charities. You can't beat that. You help local charities while getting quality goods at up to 70% below retail. Contact Bag City now at 818-990-1795. Contact Bag City today and get quality goods for less money. That's 818-990-1795. Shop Bag City to save. Shop Bag City for charity. Bag City, 818-990-1795.
You're listening to The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick. Purpose, power, motivation. We'll be right back.
Today, experience The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change. Written by Bradley Quick, author, producer, motivational speaker, and host of the award-winning radio talk show, The Quick Fix with Bradley Quick on CoolChangeRadio.com. Bradley's passion for life is evident in his book, written so you can experience health, find your purpose, and have more effective relationships. Beating insurmountable odds, overcoming death, and being paralyzed, Bradley fought his way back so he could help you conquer your struggles. Experience increased health, vitality, passion, and purpose in your life right now with The Quick Fix, and read about Bradley's courage, ambition, and determination to live. Whether the issue is your thoughts, your physical body, or you just want to feel better and be happy, The Quick Fix, a simple process for positive change, will change your life. For only $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Take positive action now and receive a free guided meditation CD with your order. That's a $20 value free with your order today. Go to BradleyQuick.com. That's BradleyQuick.com. Take control and begin feeling better now. Get the book and free CD now at BradleyQuick.com.
All right, welcome back. Thank you all for joining us on CoolChangeRadio.com, Facebook.com, and BradleyQuick.com. As you know, you can catch our live and video recorded shows on CoolChangeRadio.com and over 700 hours of my best audio interviews, your favorite topics and personalities at BradleyQuick.com. As you know, this is Cool Change Radio. We're broadcasting live from Freddie Siegel Studios. We're your home for self-improvement and a place for positive life enhancement. I want you to know we're being supported in large part by one of my favorite charities, the Cool Change Foundation. The foundation was created to help the families and all the children in those families. They do that by providing positive transformational life enhancement methods and techniques to those children's caretakers, usually moms and dads, so they may overcome negative habits and become better role models and providers for the kids. And as a direct result, the children's home and family life becomes more nurturing and loving. You can help the Cool Change Foundation help the mom, dads, and kids in your community, and you can do that right now. Simply send a donation of love and support directly to the foundation at www.thecoolchangefoundation.org. That's thecoolchangefoundation.org. Once there, simply click on the Support Us link at the top of the page, and you'll be helping us help the kids. Every penny counts. No donation's ever too small. The children need your help, man. We really need your help. And from all of us here at Cool Change Radio, we thank you for your support. All right, joining us once again is Don Miguel Ruiz, author of the Voice of Knowledge, The Mastery of Love, The Four Agreements, The Fifth Agreement, including the Fifth Agreement. He says we change our story by changing what we believe about ourselves. You can check him out at www.miguelruiz.com, miguelruiz.com. Check out the events, check out what they're doing all around the world. They're going to be all over the place, and how you can host an event with Don Miguel Ruiz himself. That's www.miguelruiz.com. Hey, Miguel, welcome back.
Well, once again, I just love to be here.
We always have so much fun every time you're here. This is unbelievable. So we were talking about the Four Agreements, why they're so important, and it's all about the positive action and believing and returning to the ability to be who you really are.
It's a very long journey.
Uh-huh.
That from millenniums, hardly anyone go all the way.
For millenniums, for forever, nobody's really gone the whole way.
Well, very few go
Uh-huh.
the whole way. But it doesn't mean that they didn't, like we see in Egypt, in Greece, India, Persia,
Right.
In Mexico, Teotihuacan, and Mayans, some of them, and Peru. There's always what they call secret societies. But this is a new term, not that they call it
Secret
that way.
societies.
Yeah, that's a new name. But they didn't call themselves secret societies.
Oh, so people are calling their societies secret societies.
Yeah, now we
Right.
call them all these initiatic societies, etc. But they're just like any university.
Right.
If you like to be a medical doctor, well, you need to study at a certain point that you understand everything about medicine and practicing.
Right.
And by the end, you become a medical doctor, or to be an engineer or any kind of science, whatever. You go to all those schools. Then every school is a mystery school, really.
Mystery school.
Yes. Like you go to elementary school, you know nothing about elementary school. It's a
Right.
mystery for you.
Right.
Same with the junior high or college.
Oh, but
university.
there's so many other things going on, man.
Yes.
Studying. Come on, what's up with that?
The whole thing is just mystery.
Oh, it sure is. isn't
And
it?
we can even go deeper and see that the entire planet Earth is a mystery school. When we was born, we don't know exactly where we're going. It was a big mystery, but we don't have any awareness or anything to really talk to ourselves and say, "Oh, this is a big mystery."
Right.
We understand it until we have knowledge, until the amount of knowledge in our brain was big enough that knowledge starts speaking in our head.
Okay, that's all fine and dandy and good, Miguel. But we only got one segment here, and I want to know how people can work the 4 agreements in their daily lives. How can people just do this? They go pick up the book, they read the book, I got this now. Now what do they do?
Well, if they can see the book as a mirror, and they can see that what that book is really doing is to reflecting them.
Reflecting them, just as when we get in
Yes.
relationships, the other person's reflecting us, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then with these 4 simple agreements, that we challenge all those agreements that we made before, and that bring the power of the doubt. If they just practice and they...
The power of doubt, that's doubting what's going
Yeah.
on, right?
No,
And-
doubting what they believe.
yeah, that's the whole doubting what they believe,
That,
right?
for
Yeah.
example, some people can say, well, I'm not beautiful enough. Well, is that truth?
No,
That you're not beautiful
it's a
enough?
perception.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
What makes you say that you're not beautiful enough? Somebody say, well, I'm so stupid. Is that really true?
Oh,
Are you really that stupid?
right.
Or I'm so whatever. Then that the 4 agreements bring the power of the doubt.
The power of the doubt of those
Or what you
suggestions.
believe
right,
of the
right.
agreements that you made before.
Right.
And you will find out that at least 85 or 90% of everything that you believe is not true.
Right. So you don't take that personally, right?
No.
You don't take that personally.
No. Or all the judgments that you do about yourself, about other people, is that really true?
But doesn't the 5th agreement fall into that?
Well, this is the conclusion after practicing for
Yeah,
that
no,
long.
I understand that, but,
Yes.
but I hear the 5th agreement in don't believe yourself. Don't.
Yes, don't believe me, don't believe
Yeah,
yourself, and
yeah.
don't believe anybody else, but learn to listen.
Yeah.
This is when you already practice for so long
Right.
that is so
So don't take
logical.
anything personally. So if you're saying if you got your voice up there saying you're not smart enough, you're not good looking enough, whatever the case may be, you say thank you for sharing. Now shut
Exactly.
the bleep up. And you go move on, right?
Yes. A great example is that movie of Beautiful Mind. I don't know if you see that
Yeah,
movie.
the old black and white. Yeah.
Beautiful Mind with this guy who see persons that don't exist.
Right.
Only in his mind, and he was the only one who see them, and that of course changed all his life. They say he's schizophrenic, paranoid,
Right,
etc. But you know, the truth is that everybody do the same thing. They don't see people, but they hear voices.
Right.
Voices that nobody can hear but themselves. But with that beautiful mind, when he noticed that and he start taking medicine, those images disappear. But the secondary effects of the medicine really make his life misery.
Right.
That he decided to stop taking the medicine, and
And
as
go
soon
back,
as
right.
they came back, and it was a big judge, a big colonel.
Right, right.
There was a roommate that was completely responsible, and it was a little girl.
Wow.
Well, it was the colonel who ruled his life.
Wow.
And say, you have to do that, this is,
You have to do
et
this,
cetera, et
that's it,
cetera.
right, right.
When he had that awareness, he knew that if he wanted to be happy, he had to face these figures,
Right.
these images. And the biggest one, of course, was the colonel. And the solution, it was, okay, from now on, I don't pay attention. You can talk whatever you want to, but I will not respond. Of course, the three of them start talking, and all his will and all his discipline, he didn't answer.
Right.
And with the time, these three figures still exist, but they were quiet.
Right.
Yeah, it's in a corner.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua wrote a movie called Wake Up about seeing and hearing other dimensions. And he thought it was crazy at first. And he went to all the neuroscientists and the Buddhists and the Catholic, the priests and the psychologists and the psychiatrists and everything. Thought it was nuts. And he finally realized, okay, I just got to live with this. It's just amazing. Yeah. It's just amazing. But we're almost out of time here. We've got a couple minutes left. It's generally our own stuff that keeps us messed up, right?
Yes. And
Keeps
then-
us from our greater good.
Yes, then you see these four agreements is really putting in doubt that colonel exists, that this roommate exists, that little girl exists. It makes your life extremely easy. It becomes normal again in that movie.
Right.
Then something like that can be used for every single one who's listening. And every time that you read a book, it's like you read a different book. But it's not the book that changed. It's the person who read the book who changed. Because he already faced some of the lies that they're no longer there, but they can see others that is waiting, in line waiting.
Right.
That every time that you read the book, you can go deeper and deeper and deeper until you're ready to say, okay, now I know for sure that everyone, they create their own story, and whatever they say may be truth for them, but it's not truth for me. But when you listen what they say, you can take the best that they say and make it part of yours. And
That's wonderful.
That's what makes the difference.
That's wonderful, Miguel. His name is Don Miguel Ruiz. He's the author of a bunch of great books, including The Four Agreements, The Mastery of Love, The Voice of Knowledge, and on and on and on. If you'd like to check him out and read about his books and the events he's having all over the country and all over the world on a consistent basis, go to www.miguelruiz.com, MIGUELRUIZ. Ready? www.miguelruiz, miguelruiz.com. And if you got any questions for them or would like to book him into an event, you can go to events@miguelruiz.com, events@miguelruiz.com. What a great thing. We're almost out of time. Time always flies when you're here.
Isn't that great?
It's like amazing. We sit down and all of a sudden we're all done, you know? This is wonderful. So you're leaving Los Angeles, right? And going back to Las Vegas.
Yes, the beginning of next month, in March.
And that's just going to be your home base. You're going to travel everywhere, right?
Yes, well, my whole calendar is almost booked.
Right. You're already booked in 2013. Promise me one thing. Promise me you'll come back.
Of course I
Or
come
you'll let me
back.
go to Las Vegas and
Yes.
interview you or something. This has
Okay.
just been great. You're wonderful. You're
Oh,
my
thank
favorite.
you.
I
Thank
love you. All right, everybody, where's my camera? All right. Again, I'd like to give great big thanks to Fred Siegel and our friends from around the globe for supporting the charity, our charity, the Cool Change Foundation. You too can help the foundation help the mom, dads, and kids in your community, and you can do that right now. Send your donation, money, love, and support directly to the foundation at www.thecoolchangefoundation.org. That's thecoolchangefoundation.org. Every penny counts. No donations ever too small. Thecoolchangefoundation.org. We thank you for your support. I'd like to give great big thanks to my fabulous guest, Don Miguel Ruiz. If you're interested in hosting an event with him, please fill out his online event request form at www.miguelruiz.com, miguelruiz.com. I also like to thank the people who make this show happen. Our fantastic engineers, Rob Gainey, author of Rockin' Your Stage Sound, available in bookstores now. We kicked former Mr. Universe Paul Madaro out of here, but he'll be back with us again tomorrow. The show is produced by Bradley Quick Productions. Has been made possible by Fred Siegel, YouTube, Google, Buzzbros, The Salvation Army, Universal Studios, Milestones Ranch Malibu, Tim Allen, Carrie White, Marilyn Toth, and many others, including the Cool Change Foundation. Remember, it's time for a cool change with the Cool Change Foundation. And go help somebody else, and you'll be helping yourself, all right? I'll see you tomorrow.